So with that, the opening session, deposit compliance in 2025 and beyond. The idea here is pretty simple and straightforward. We want to make sure that you and your team hasn't missed something up to this date as it relates to what's gone on from a deposit compliance standpoint in 2025. And then towards the end of the session, we're going to peer off into the horizon and get a look at what might be coming down the pike, what we might have to be paying close attention to as we close out 2025 and roll into 2026. The idea here is headline news. Let's make a list and identify those things that maybe we need to go and check into that we may have forgotten or didn't give the attention to along the way. Our first item, if you're not there in the materials in that section of your manual, the very first page should say compliance in 2025, a look back. The first item is the non-sufficient funds proposal that was withdrawn. If you recall, this had to do with instantaneously declined transactions. The previous administration and the leadership of the CFPB proposed a rule to say you can't have an overdraft fee for those types of transactions. What the industry realized in the new leadership at the CFPB is that most people didn't charge overdraft fees in connection with those transactions or NSF fees in connection with those transactions. So they decided to withdraw this proposal, and I wouldn't anticipate we'll see it's like anytime soon. Next, one of the things that we look for as the calendar turns over each year is the last issue from the previous year from the Consumer Compliance Outlook. That's the Federal Reserve's compliance publication. They put out 4 a year. So the last of the 2024 publications published in 2025. Okay, it had a couple of things related to deposit compliance that caught my attention that I want to share with all of you. The first one is the fintech relationships and the complexities associated with them. I'm sharing this with you because I know many of you are either entered into these fintech relationships or you're thinking about it. Hey, this can be a good check to ensure that you've dotted the I's, crossed the T's with some of the due diligence and the risks that we need to make sure that we're aware of going into these relationships. There's nothing wrong with the relationships. We just need to make sure that we do our part to comply with the expectations that are set forth. The second thing that caught my attention in this publication was the interagency statement on elder financial exploitation. A lot of the attention comes to that by way of the AML CFT world, which Kevin's going to dive into in the AML CFT conference a little bit later on this year. That's part of this series. But it also crosses over into the deposit and the lending side of things where that same exploitation can happen. And so make sure you're aware of the latest, greatest for combating and strategies as it relates to elder financial abuse.